Hi, welcome back to the channel. So early this year, I did an unboxing video that ended up going on for about an hour and 40 minutes. Crazy, right? Why would an unboxing video need that much time? I mean, that's the length of a documentary. Well, probably because that ended up being what I did. It was a documentary on the book that I was unboxing, which at the time was my Christmas book called The Great Parables, The Fountain of Truth, which looks like this. And you see it, everything looks pretty good. This is the Amazon version, which you can tell by the QR code at the bottom. And I wanted to share you guys my experience with developing a book for IngramSpark for the first time, because at the time I had only done my books through Amazon, and I'd gotten pretty good at using the templates, but Ingram had no clue how to really use any of it. So there was so much experimentation and just getting the cover to look right, and kept sending off for copies, and it kept coming back, and then I had a review and well, it doesn't look right. I had to keep sending it back, and I think I went through 3 different cycles, and the Ingram cycle, I think it was several weeks at a time, and you get like 60 days of free updates before they start charging you. So I was kind of in a push to get the book just right within the 60-day window. And again, we're talking from like right before Christmas into February where I'm doing all this. And I finally landed on these results here. You've got the paperback for the Fountain of Truth. This is the Ingram version, and then the hardcover of the Fountain of Truth. And I got pretty good with the alignment on the hardcover, or the paperback. So I kind of left the paperback as is. But the hardcover always bothered me because in the flaps here, you can see there's still bleed over into the flaps. And I just could never figure out why in the world I can't get this thing to look right. Even like on the spine, there's a lot of bleed over. And I thought, well, one day I'll see if I can fix it if I care. And I kind of decided at this point I'm used to it, so I might leave it, even though I got a sequel coming out very soon, which I'll talk about at the end of this video for those interested. But I wanted to ensure that I had gotten this process right, because I have another book coming out October 17th called The Hybrid City Entrepreneur. And of course, this is a proof copy from Amazon, which, by the way, this is my first proof copy I've ever got from Amazon. The turnaround is quite fast. I was surprised, because normally when you order a book through Amazon as an author, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for you to get it. This came in like 3 days. So just something for you guys to remember: if you ever are going to do print copies through Amazon, you can get a proof like that. So I would recommend using it. That's a sidebar to that. But I still plan on using the IngramSpark service in order to get my next book out, using, again, the same paperback and hardcover designs. And I wanted to make sure that I did it right this time. And the good news is my box finally came in. I've been waiting about 2 weeks for it. Today's Thursday that I'm recording. Today's Thursday that I'm recording this. And I submitted the order last Friday, 2 weeks ago, Friday. And I ordered rush delivery, and it still took 2 weeks, so I don't know what that's about. They say 1 to 2 days. It took like 5, I think, minimum for them to actually get the thing finished. So again, who knows what that's about. But the point is, the new books are here, and I'm going to unbox them so that we can see what's inside. And I wanted it to hopefully predict that this time I got the cover to look right. Okay. Now, again, I haven't seen it. The box is still sealed. You can see that the wrapper is still on here. But I think it's right, because I think I figured out finally how I'm supposed to make the template work with the actual cover art. And if I'm right, I'm going to show you guys on the inside what I did differently. So that's the plan for today. So let's go ahead, and I've got my trusty pen, because I don't use a cutting knife. I should, but I don't know where mine is, so I use a pen instead. We're going to go ahead and open it. Okay, you heard the slice. All right, and unfortunately, I think I can, hopefully you guys can see the box opening, and there's a lot of padding in here. Now, again, it's a big box. There's only 2 books in here, so remember, it's a pretty thick book, but it's also really thick paper. So obviously we don't need to worry about that, but yep, here we go. Here's the paperback version of the Hybrid City Entrepreneur, the official version, assuming nothing is off. I'm trying not to let my box hit the floor. And again, as you can see, it's very similar to the proof copy of Amazon. Okay, I'm about to lose this box. And yeah, the coloring, the one on Amazon is a little brighter, and actually a little fatter. The Amazon book is a bit fatter. That's actually interesting. If you look at them side by side, the IngramSpark is thinner, so I guess they use thinner paper. Oh, there, almost got it. But the one I'm more interested in is the hardcover version, because again, that's the one that I couldn't crack on the McCrae parables. And well, here is the hardcover version. It's actually quite nice. Again, this is also kind of fat, and you're wondering, well, why is it so fat? Well, it's a long book. I'll talk more about that. Let's proof copy. This is the new copy here, compared to each other. Yeah, the hardcover, technically the hardcover is the same width, but it's just the cover itself is fatter. But let's look on, yeah, the whole wrap looks good. First try, and it looks good. That's amazing. But even like the spine, I mean, it's a little fat on the edge, which you can expect, but the important thing is the flap. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys see it before I do. All right, how'd I do? Did I do it well? Did I do it well? Haha, perfect. So I did crack it. I did crack the code. All right. So let's quickly look at the book. I'm going to show you guys the paperbacks. It's going to be easier to look at it. Same file, same printing, I'm sure. Yeah, the same printing. Oh, this is actually, you know what? No, I'll show you the hardcover. Why not? It's here. So when you go inside the book, you got your nice little title page here. Got my other books, including the next McCrae Parables is going to be coming out here in about another month. I'll talk about that at the end. But what I'm proud about this book is the fact it's based on a serial fiction story that I wrote for Kindle Vella before the thing fell apart. And because Kindle Vella went under, I thought, well, I need to make this book officially print and ebook now. So that's what I did. I converted it into a novel. And once you do that, you can do whatever you want. You can do format however you want. So I formatted it with images for each chapter. And every chapter is actually called an episode because, again, it was episodic fiction. I don't know how well you can see that. But, yeah, every chapter's got a little bit of story art in here. I'll show you the next one. Let's see here. I think it was page 9 is the next episode, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 15. Okay. So here's episode 2. Hopefully y'all can see the image there. And yeah, it's the entire book. It's 58 episodes of content. Here's episode 36, the Celebration House Party. And what this book is, it's kind of an epic. I mean, it's a long book. I'm not going to try to hide behind the fact that it's it's a short read. No, it's really not. It's because it was an episodic fiction. Because the story itself. It's very simple in execution. It's our main character. He's a high school graduate. He makes a bet with his bully over 60 days that he can outsell him in business. Really simple plot. Probably didn't need to be very long at all. I mean, in concept, I thought it would be maybe 300 pages max, if that. But the thing is, like when the story really starts taking hold of who the characters are and all the subplots that kind of come together to form the larger plot, you realize you really do have a saga happening. And so this story ended up blowing up by probably double the size of a normal novel because of the fact that there's so many important threads that brought the character to life, brought the world around him into focus, and it really makes the world come alive. Because what the story is, it's a 1980s teen comedy. Those of you who've seen enough of my videos know that this is inspired by movies like Better Off Dead and The Karate Kid. And I have another video, and maybe I'll link it at the end of this one, where you can see what all the inspiration for it was. But the whole point of it is I wanted to give a love letter to the 1980s teen movies that I grew up watching and really enjoyed, because you don't see them anymore. And I think like modern teen movies, they're fine, but they don't really get into the familiar that they used to. And I think a lot of the life lessons have gotten lost or buried under sensationalism, under fantasy and all that. So I just wanted to return to a time where, the scenes were familiar, the ideas were universal, but of course you have your inherent rising drama, and conflicts between the oppressed and the bully oppressing, and just all the other tropes that go with that, like trying to recover from lost love and trying to find your way into a world that doesn't really care if you succeed or fail. And it kind of turned into a saga, and that's why it got to be as long as it did. But I thought it was nice to just be able to also have visuals that go along with it, so that the story is not just words. I mean, I know that sounds boring, but the idea here is you also have, I don't know if you can see the edges here, but having like these chapter graphics also makes it easy to find where all the chapters are. And the chapters are fairly short in essence, but there's, again, a lot of them. But I wanted to just make an experience for those interested in these kinds of, coming of age stories that really do bring characters through the trial by fire. His bet is that he can outsell his bully, but he doesn't know anything about business. He doesn't know how to start one, doesn't know how to run one, doesn't know how the levers of business work on the inside. And so he does have these mentors around town. Like he starts off getting advice from the karate master, because he originally wanted to learn how to do karate. Hence the Karate Kid reference, in order to fight his bully. But the karate master is like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to take this a new track. We're going to, it's the mid '80s. We're going to do this, through money. And so that's sort of the catalyst and why he gets into the business in the first place. But it ends up being that he starts his own little private coffee empire. And all of this is, not out of the blue. Like, this is actually based on a game I've been designing since the late 2000s called Entrepreneur at the Beginning. And it follows along not just the game mechanics of that game, which is you have to also start a coffee business and sell to your customers and figure out what they like and dislike and try not to burn your business down in the process of satisfying your customer or get yourself arrested. Subplot. And the whole idea is that you're learning as you go how to make this business work. And so our hero in the book is doing the same. He's trying to figure out how to survive in the summer, stay ahead of the bully and not crash and burn. And of course, life's dramas, they come up and they make things complicated, as they should. So there's a lot of little irons happening in this fire. And I think the book is, it's one of my best books so far, I believe, personally. And I hope y'all are interested in it. I know it's not like a conventional thriller. It's not of any of the hot genres in fiction. It's not a romance. It's it's coming of age. It's a comedy. It can get dark at times, but it's ultimately a comedy. It's got my same humor that I bring to all my books, which is slightly absurd, but ultimately it works for what's happening in the story. And I hope you guys will check it out. But I wanted to also, for those of you who are just here to find out, the Ingram process, it is possible to get a book in Ingram to look like a book. And I finally cracked the code. So how about we do this? You kind of get the idea what the book is. You see that it looks good. Let's go quickly look at the template that I used for Ingram, for the hardcover in particular, because you can go back and watch my other videos on the process of getting it to look good for the paperbacks, because I got the paperback system down. It was a hardcover I just never cracked. So let's go look on the inside, and I'll come back here when it's all over, and we'll talk about what's next. All right, so I'm looking at the template that I used to create my Fountain of Truth hardcover edition, and one thing you'll notice, this is the most recent version of it. This is the one that Ingram has right now, currently, here in late 2025. And you'll notice that here in the lines, you have these little marks here. I think if we were really paying attention, we probably wouldn't have had so much complication, because I think it's obvious now in retrospect that all the little division points need to be at the cut lines, which is, it's never really clear to me what this is until you go through and experience it. But if you look at the book now, you'll find that when I lined up with this hard line, all I'm doing is I'm just showing that I want everything from here to here to show up in the flap. So it wasn't fully clear, because again, you can see like they're showing that the flap is this section, but the idea is that they're folding here. And then I'm sure that with a little more instruction, it would have been clear on the get-go that that's what this is, that these are the folding lines, which means I need the wrap to go over here. So if you look over to my new Hybrid City Entrepreneur file, you'll see that's exactly what I did. Hopefully you can see where the lines are. And by the way, I'm using guides on all these from now on, because I want to make sure everything fits. But you can see that I put the flap at the folding line this time, and that's what needed to be done. That's what I should have done initially with the other book. That's what I'll be doing with Snow in Miami when I finish working on that, and that's what I'm doing here. So that's why it works. So anyway, I thought I'd show you guys that, and also you can kind of see the entire cover all in one go. So that's what it will look like if you buy the hardcover, which I recommend, although it'll be a little expensive, but hopefully y'all can afford it. Anyway, all right, I'll get back to getting in front of the camera so we can kind of wrap this up. So there you go. That's what it looked like on the inside, and it's actually kind of surprising I didn't figure that out last time. I think I was just so frustrated with having to continuously send it back to Ingram, because again, it's a process that you wish you could just snap your fingers and it's done, but it doesn't work that way. You have to constantly wait for them to approve the file, and then you got to order it, and then you have to wait for them to print it, and you have to wait for them to ship it, and that can be anywhere from a week and a half to 2 weeks a pop, and it just racks up over time. So that video, it was an hour and 40 minutes because of all the times I had to keep sending the book back, and it took me, I think, a month and a half to make it because of all the waiting. So fortunately, I don't need to do it this time. It's one and done. I can actually start ordering copies. Of course, I mean, assuming the inside looks good. Obviously, I didn't take a look thoroughly at the inside just yet, but if it's anything like the proof copy of Amazon, it should be good. So I'm pretty confident that I can start sending out invitations to order it. But yeah, it's going to come out on October 17th. If you are interested in checking out, I have another trailer I'm going to be putting together here shortly just to kind of finalize the release. It'll use most of the footage from the original video that I did about a month and a half ago, I think, using the Ice Cream Paranoia song. And again, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I have an original trailer that I put together showing off the town, showing off all the characters, using kind of a sitcom setting with background music from one of my rock star characters who, hopefully if you're following the channel, you should have been introduced to by now, because I started dropping her videos, or I will. As of this video, the first one goes live tomorrow, but I've got 3 in the queue. So by the time this video goes out, you should have seen at least the first one, and there'll be more coming. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to throw in all my media into one kind of soup. So hopefully you've seen the trailer. If not, but I'll have a new one coming out here, and that'll be sort of our final trailer for this book. And if you have any questions about what it's, what more to expect from it, why is it so long, you can leave a comment below. Or maybe if you want, I can do a follow-up video just talking about the book. I usually don't do that because I don't think people are interested in that as much as they are in the other topics of writing materials and writing software and whatnot. But I do like to remind you guys that I do what I do because I'm also a writer, and because I do have stories to share, and I do hope that you guys are interested in the stories I'm sharing. So stick around if you are interested more. I said in the beginning that I'm doing the sequel to the McCrae Parables, The Fountain of Truth. So the new one is going to be called Snow in Miami, and I've been waiting on that one for about 9 years now. The first draft I finished in 2016, and I've been sitting on it because I've been wanting to redo The Fountain of Truth for so long, and I didn't really get around to it until last year. So now that I've finished and released the Fountain of Truth update, I was able to finally put some time into getting Snow in Miami edited, and I am still editing it, but it's far enough along. I don't think it's going to take me more than maybe a week to put it all together. So the plan is to release that one on November 22nd, I believe, the Friday before Thanksgiving. So hopefully by then you guys will be able to catch up on both stories. So, and again, I'll talk more about that as I get closer to it. But that's kind of what's going on. I finally cracked the IngramSpark code, and you can too. That's what all this is about. If you want to do your book through IngramSpark, it's possible, and it's possible to make it look right. So hopefully you guys learned something from this. Not just the fact that I have a book coming out, but maybe learn how to actually set your hardcovers in a way that will ensure that you get the copy you want and not the copy you have to suffer through. So anyway, that's all for today. Keep it short. I don't need to do an hour and 40-minute mega documentary like I did last time. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you for the next video. And keep a lookout for the official trailer for Hybrid City Entrepreneur. I plan to release that probably maybe the day of, or maybe the day before. So keep an eye out. And remember, you can pre-order the book. The ebooks are available now at most of the retailers. The only place you can't pre-order it yet is Amazon, because of the way Amazon works. There's not really a true pre-order on that, so I will be releasing that one on the day of the 17th. Oh, and sorry, I should probably mention this. If you order it before the release date, you can get the ebook for 99 cents at all the retailers. Google, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Apple. Again, not Amazon because I haven't unlocked it on Amazon, but on day one, I think it'll be 99 cents on Amazon. So if you show up on Amazon on the 17th itself, you should be able to get it for 99 cents as an ebook. And then starting that Saturday, the 18th, it's going to go to $2.99, which is sort of like the minimum for the higher royalty. And then that's going to be the promo price for the rest of the week. And then the full price is going to go live, I think, the 23rd or 24th, and that'll be $5.99. Because again, it's a fat book, so I can't charge $2.99 for a fat book indefinitely. So yeah, if you guys are interested in it, please check it out. I'm trying to get reviews for it. If you guys want a review copy, advanced review copy, leave a comment. I can leave a link, or check my website. I still got to update my website, so maybe check the website to see if you have any advanced review copies available. That'd be the best way, because those can continue on even past the release date. So if you want to check it out, but you don't want to pay for it, that's fine. I'm actually okay with that. Look for the review copy, and the likeliest place to find access to that would be on my website. The other thing is, if you subscribe to my newsletter, I send out those kinds of invites all the time. So I would advise you to give that a look if you're interested in a free copy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I hope that this helped you guys with your Ingram adventures. If you're a writer looking to write, or if you are just a curious reader, you want to know a little something about a 1980s teen comedy in print, well, there you go. And if you're none of those things, I thank you for at least watching and, you know, exploring your curiosity. Maybe something will spark in all this, and maybe you too would like to become an author who can do his own covers and make Ingram work for him. Oh, and I don't know why I'm not showing you guys the inside of the jacket, because sometimes that's part of it. I didn't check myself. Yeah, we'll probably end on this. Yeah, that's the I forget what's called. Is it not case laminate? It's the leather bound, the blue leather bound with the slip jacket. It's one I used for that. Anyway, I thought I'd show that to you. I had it in the last book too. The McCurry Parables looks the same way, just different timing. So, all right, that's good enough, guys. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you for the next video. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.